Now, he's one of my favorite working stand-up comics that there is today. Give a big, warm round of applause for Dan McCord!
There's a great Fisher-Price light show going on here. I feel like if Anne Frank had a light show, this would be her light show. It's really, I don't know. Kids today text message, they have no social acuity whatsoever. Seriously, they'll start a conversation with you, then just leave in the middle of the conversation they started. I got a text like, hey Dan, what's going on? I'll be like, nothing much, you wanna hang out? Then you don't hear from them for 2 weeks. Like, sorry, I bought a dog. It's bullshit. I got this text about 1.5 years ago, middle of the night, like 2 a.m., didn't recognize the number. This actually happened, verbatim. I open up the text, it just says no. That's comforting. Unsolicited disapproval. So I wrote back, I don't take no for an answer. Yeah, you could send a text out into the atmosphere like it's Facebook, you know? Just do it, go home for fun, just text a random number. I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm not having an abortion. People will be like, I think you have the wrong number. Be like, sorry, I'm drunk. I don't think you should be drinking. I don't think you should be telling me how to drive my car. Yeah, pull over and get an abortion. What is this, Mexico? No, wrong number. You already said $200 for the meth, motherfucker. No, wrong number. This is Dave. No names, moron. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm on Zyprexa. It's an antipsychotic because I'm fucking ill, yo, mentally. And I remember when they told me, they were like, Dan, you're going to have to go on some pretty heavy antipsychotics. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and repress that. When was the last time you were on your rocker? Because you're a monocle short of Mr. Peanut. Seriously. Dan, is this glass half full or is it Satan? You gotta be honest, how deep are you going with the Q-tips? We need to know. Don't worry, Dan, 1 in 13 people are psychotic, the other 12 are flammable. So, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Growing up, we had the DARE program. Anybody else in the DARE program? Yep. Anybody who went through the DARE program who doesn't currently do drugs? Yep, see, 0. The program was to keep kids off drugs. They said, just say no. I've been around illicit drugs for 25 years. Not once have I heard somebody say no. Not once. I've seen people get skipped in the rotation, you know, like, he knows what he did, making the blunt all wet. I've seen a lot of people who should have said no. 15 years ago, I was cutting up lines at a get-together, and it wasn't cocaine, don't judge. It was ketamine. And cutting up lines, and I was like, how many lines should I make? And some guy was like, there's 4 of us, can't you count? And I was like, but Francine's pregnant. And he was like, so? I was like, all right, I'll make 5 lines. Guess she's snorting for 2. My mom was like, Dan, you're very irresponsible. I was like, really, Ma? Because I'm a drug addict with your credit information. So, I don't know. I want an honest Ancestry.com commercial. Something a little more racy, you know? Something like, I went on to Ancestry.com and I was surprised to find out my great-grandmother's the first known person to get pregnant by giving a blowjob. My uncle intentionally asphyxiated his bottleneck goiter head in the ass of a 3-legged Clydesdale at a Budweiser rodeo. My fucking aunt bit the head off a snake in a Pearl Jam video, then ran amok stabbing quadriplegics at a breathing tube convention. She was found hanging nude from a jungle gym at an orphanage. My grandmother drowned a nursery in a sewage bog on Christmas, and she was married to the original guy who fucked the AIDS monkey. And I'm Scottish.